Have you ever watched a show and then you would just be awake in your bed thinking about all the possibilities, all these theories in your head to the point where you just can't sleep at night? That's what's happening with me with season 3 of Westworld. I have so many crazy theories, and this video, I just want to share 3 of them. And when I say just 3, realize I have about 20 more in my head right now. Hi, this video is 3 crazy theories I have about Westworld Season 3. I understand these are probably going to sound absolutely crazy to you. I know I wear a shiny tinfoil hat. I just have to get these out of my brain, and I need to share them with you guys, and I need you to let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And I understand 99% of you are gonna go, you're a psycho crazy bitch, but there's gonna be that 1% that's gonna add fuel to this fire, and I'm living for you. All right, let's start with number 1. Serac is actually a hologram or a manifestation of Rehoboam. I know, sounds super crazy, just go to the clip really quick.
This is Rehoboam. My father sketched the whole thing out on a weekend. It took him 15 years to build it. After they optimized it for the last time, they lost track of how many thoughts it has per second.
Thoughts?
Not thoughts, exactly. Strategies.
My name is Angerod Serac. Welcome to my world, Maeve. To the real world.
Come on, Serac is definitely either a hologram or a manifestation of that machine. At first, I was thinking, oh, okay, maybe he does actually exist. But then, when we're told that there's no data on him, this guy is the richest man in the world. There's no data on them. He has no profile. And you're like, okay, yeah, maybe. He's so rich. He could scrub out his existence from the world, right? There would be a crumb. There would be something. And then when host Hale went and wore the glasses to meet with him, I honestly think that's the only way people can see him, is they have to wear the glasses to see the simulated augmented reality. And when we saw Maeve, which I'll get into in my second, just absolutely off the rocker crazy theory. So when Maeve was seeing Serac, she wasn't actually seeing a flesh and blood human. She was seeing a hologram or the manifestation of the machine. Honestly, I think this whole thing is going to turn out that instead of Dolores and AI being against humans and her thinking, oh, I'm pulling the cable, I'm cutting the strings of higher up elite humans controlling the lower humans, I think what it's going to turn out to be is that the machine was there to help the future of humanity, help them live better lives through better choices. And then the machine got so smart, it realized humans are their own worst enemies. We need to control them. We need to help guide them the best we can. And so it's not the elite humanity versus AI. It's Dolores versus this machine that has decided, I need to help humans, and this is how I'm going to do it.
My dad thought the biggest problem in the world was unrealized potential. He thought that if you could chart a course for every single person, you could make the world a better place.
No path for everyone.
And if that sounds like a generic sci-fi trope, it is. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say that Westworld is a generic sci-fi trope. I'm just saying it just seems that's where they're going. And I would not doubt that the machine thinks, okay, if I can put human consciousness into AI bodies, robotic bodies, I can therefore control them, but also continue on this species of humanity. And in their head, they think that's a noble thing and the right thing to do for humanity. Where you have Dolores who thinks, no, that's a completely different species and humans should be able to do what they want. Which actually has me back on Dolores' side for season 3. I was not on her side in season 2, so congratulations. Which, hey, let's go into number 2 of my crazy theory. Who is in Hale's body? So we've been wondering, what pearl did Dolores put in Hale's body that's freaking out and having a hard time adjusting to all this? And my answer is, and I'm so sorry because I've been talking to you guys about this in live chat, those that go on my live chats. I think in Dolores' body is Wyatt, and in Hale's body is Dolores. Yeah, I think Dolores ended up splitting her personality, so we know we have Dolores, who's the farm girl, and then Wyatt, who's the more aggressive, get shit done, murderer type person. And I think purposely those two were split, and so farm girl, country girl Dolores is in Hale's body, who is very sympathetic and a lot more gentle. And then we have the more aggressive Wyatt in physical Dolores' body. There were a lot of hints in episode 3. We saw the yin and yang. We saw Dolores say, "You are me, I am you. You belong to me." And it would make sense that the more reserved, gentle, kind Dolores is freaking out about the role she has to play, and also would be more sympathetic towards Hale's kid and all that. I also think it was rather telling when Dolores goes, "We have no father, we have no mother," and the pearl inside Hale's face was kind of a, because to Dolores, she did have a father. To Wyatt, no, she never had a father. Everything was manufactured, this reality. But Dolores still believed, that's my dad. It doesn't matter if they created him to be my dad. He's my dad. And there were other things, such as you could see with camera angles, it made it look like Hale and Dolores were the same person. There's just too much with the visuals indicating that they're the same person. We even have that fucking statue of them being connected. So I honestly think the big twist is Dolores and Wyatt. Their personalities were separated. We know they can replicate the hosts, and they were put in each body. And Dolores knew that she needed both sides to win in the real world. That being said, I completely understand that some people think it's Maeve in Hale's body, some people believe it's Clementine, some people believe it's Angela, some believe it's Teddy. I don't think so. I don't think it's any of those other people. I'd be happy to be proven wrong. Again, this is crazy theories that I have in my brain thoughts that I'm just trying to get out there. I'm so sorry. Finally, number 3. We're actually going to see the mirror world that Dolores told Caleb about. Okay, this machine's trying to create a mirror world to see how people would react and predict things. We're going to find out by the end of this season that some scenes we've been seeing is from that mirror world. For example, the video of Hale saying goodbye to her son. That video is different. If you go back and look at the 2 different times she's looking at it, the footage is different. The first footage we see is most likely from the mirror world because we know, sorry, Rock said, hey, I predicted the massacre at Westworld. So that first video footage is how Hale, it's predicting how Hale would respond to that. But then in the second video watching we get from Hale, that's reality. How she actually responded to the event happening. Human Hale. And to me, going on a side tangent, which I talked about in my episode 3 review, shows that the machine doesn't understand that humans can become better or their true emotional responses. I'm not sure why it doesn't understand this, because if you look at history, it's very clear. When something traumatic or tragic happens to humans, that is when we are most likely to change for the better. It's been a consistent thing throughout history. We're stubborn, we remain the same, no, something really bad happens, and then we shift, and we become better as a species. And I know that's not a popular opinion right now, but as a species, we have actually gotten better. There's still a lot of bad shit in this world. No one's going to argue that with you. We are better as a species, and we're getting there. It's just really slow. And the machine is not taking that into account. And you could definitely see that with the different videos between how the machine predicted Hale would respond and then how she actually did. which to me is terrifying that this machine doesn't actually really understand humans at all, even though it thinks it does. I definitely think by the end of this season, we're going to be able to go back and watch and see that some of the scenes were from this mirror world, what the machine predicted, and we're going to discover some of the scenes that we thought were very important that were going to happen didn't, because the machine does not understand how people work. It does not understand our ability to achieve beyond and be better. And I think that's something that Dolores is going to see more and more, like her being surprised with Caleb. You didn't act in a way that I predicted. And I know that's also a sci-fi trope where humans are so unpredictable because we're emotional and all that, but I think that's going to be the core of this season, that you can't write an algorithm for humanity. And we do that in our own world. We have so many rules of how people will act, and for the most part, they follow it. But there's always going to be a divergence, which the machine is showing, and we see before in the beginning of episodes. All right, so those are 3 of my crazy theories for season 3 of Westworld. I'm more than sure I'm going to have more crazy theories just because my brain won't shut up with thinking about this. But like, subscribe, and let me know your crazy theories in the comment section down below. Pour it all out. Just get it out. It's good for us.